All right, and we are back in action for round number three, and yet again we have won the die roll, so we will elect to play. And our opening hand has, wow, it's a great actually opening hand. We have the combo of Noble Higher. We have Malira, Viscera, Seer, Red Cap. Um, we also have access to Collected Company as well, so a very easy keep for us, and we do need two black sources though, so I am actually going to start by fetching an Overgrown Tomb and taking 2 damage to cast this Noble Hierarch. See what our opponent is on. Inkmoth Nexus, Memnite, so Affinity. Affinity. Well, with a start like this, I'm not that worried about getting killed by damage. So we're just going to continue to take some serious damage here. Fetch a Godless Shrine. Go ahead and cast a Malira and a Viscera Seer. So if we draw an untapped land, we just get to kill our opponent on turn 3. Pretty phenomenal. If we don't, we'll have to just jam the Spellskite and maybe smash in for 3 with Malira. And then we can also use Viscera Seer to sack Spellskite to scry to try to find a land to win the game. But yeah, this is actually a pretty insane start for us. I'll be very sad if we lose this game. Certainly possible, but would definitely be very sad. Also, Malira does shut off this Nexus, so we don't actually have to worry about getting infected. Because, yeah, Malira shuts it off. It actually can't deal damage at all. The way it works with Malira is Malira says you can't get poison counters, and this thing, when you activate it, it also says creatures lose infect, but when you activate Inkmoth Nexus, it becomes a 1/1 and gains infect, and since that happens after Malira's ability, uh, it'll still have infect, but you can't get poison counters, and your creatures can't get -1/-1 counters, so it just actually doesn't do anything. It still deals damage, sort of. Okay, it's an interesting attack here. So basically begging us to block, which we're not going to do because of Arcbound Ravager. We would lose our Malira, which we just don't want to do. Come on, land. Untapped land. Oh, beautiful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a turn 3 kill on the play. Just actual kill, not even just turn 3 infinite life. Just a straight turn 3 kill. And yeah, we couldn't really draw it up too much better than that. It is a pretty sweet one. And our opponent doesn't seem too pleased about it. uh, so, yep, it is what it is. Sorry, buddy. Old turn 3 ya. Okay, so let's see how we want to board here. We want Path Exile, Pontiff, and Reclamation Sage. Ooh, we do not want Sin Collector. We want Reclamation Sage. I don't think we want the rest of these cards, though. None of these are very good against Infects. Shriekmaw is the worst. Non-artifact is specified on Shriekmaw, so let's cut that. Let's see what else we want to cut. I don't think that we want Mirror Entity because we're going to try to win with combo, and I don't think that we want, I don't think we want that many scavenging ooze. We could also bring in a second Spellskite because these guys block Etched Champions, and they can protect our combo. So I actually like the second Skite. Fiend Hunter's good, and let's see what. There's got to be a couple other cuts here. So Ooze doesn't do anything, so let's cut. Let's cut both of our Oozes because they're not particularly good against Affinity. I guess they can gain us a little bit of life in some situations, and let's cut one Eternal Witness because that's really not the style of game that we usually plays out against Affinity, where Eternal Witness is really good. In fact, it may be right to keep an Ooze. We could potentially keep an Ooze and cut a second Witness, but yeah, that's actually, huh. Yeah, that's actually just, let's try that. Okay. Just want to keep my curve pretty low, but we'll see. Alright, well this is 6 lands Noble, And I have to mulligan this, and we can't keep this either, so we will mulligan again. What we have, oof, this is pretty bad, but we're gonna keep this. We're probably not gonna play a spell this game, but if we draw a green source, it's actually a fine hand. So I think it's better than going to 4. No, we didn't draw a green source. Man, that one Godless Shrine has just been wrecking us every game. And there's Steel Overseer and Opal, so and okay, must have yeah, probably supposed to attack there, but all right, well, we're not winning this game, but we'll play for posterity's sake. Ravager, Pest, yeah. All right, I've seen enough to concede at this point, and I don't think that I want to change anything. I guess on the play, well, let's see, Mirror Entity, yeah. On the play, I guess we can go for the Witness again. Because it's going to be better on the play when we have a chance to do more things. So we'll run this setup on the play. This could be a very fast round, I'll tell you that much. Turn 3 kill game 1, and we never hit a second land in game 2 for a very quick loss. Well, we'll keep this. Has a lot of potential with these 2 cards. If we draw a Viscera Seer or a Cord, it's pretty sweet. But it is pretty slow. Pontiff could be good. Pontiff's usually pretty good against Infect, but if our opponent has a very powerful draw, it won't be. Decay? Okay, Decay is a very good draw. Let's go ahead and just fetch for a Swamp here. And I think I'm just gonna play this Malaria. I don't want to decay this, especially when I have Pontiff. Especially if our opponent plays like Arcbound Ravager. Right, draw. Let's see what we Reclamation Sage. Ooh, that's great. Huh. Well, I think that I actually think that I still just want to play Kitchen Finks here. But I'm actually going to start with an attack with Malira and entice our opponent into like trading off here, which I don't think that they would do. And then we'll just cast the old Kitchen Finks. I don't think there's any reason to blow off any of these cards yet. Glimmer Void. Also, Malira being in play is pretty sweet against this Inkmoth Nexus. We don't have to worry about that thing killing us. Damage only. Oh, Whip Flare is really good. Kills off that Malira and makes us persist our Finks. Ghost Flare Blade, okay. Anafenza was just drawn. Okay. I like the Anafenza. It's an interesting one. We're now actually in trouble of maybe losing to this Nexus again. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and attack with Kitchen Finks. Since I don't think our opponent's gonna block, he'd have to sack two things to the Ravager, and that's just asking for trouble. I do think I want to Reclamation Sage this Arcbound Ravager though, rather than cast Anafenza. Just it's just a giant threat sitting here in play because it can put things on this Inkmoth Nexus, which would pretty much kill us. So I am a little wary of it. So I think I am just gonna Reclamation Sage. Uh, we could blow up the Ghost Fireblade too. It's also an option. But yeah, huh. Then he just sacks it to the Ravager, and he still has access to Ravager onto Nexus. So yeah, I think we just have to go for the Ravager here. As awkward as that is. He just gets to put it onto that thing. And we'll play Heath and Seiko. That is unfortunate because it turns off our Pontiff on killing this Vault Scourge, but depending on what he has, we could maybe Pontiff some other stuff. So, alright, well, he's not playing anything, so maybe it's like a next champion or something. Hopefully not. Steel Overseer, sure. Interesting, he's leaving a mana up. Alright, so I guess a Godless Shrine here. This is we already have two green sources. Fiend Hunter, ooh, that's a sweet one. I think we have to kill the Steel Overseer though. That means Orzhov Pontiff. And this mana up, I think, is signifying a Galvanic Blast would be my guess. Hmm. Kind of do want to also play that Anafenza, but I can't let him untap a Steel Overseer, so let's go ahead and cast. Let's cast. Where's that Pontiff? If he had equipped the blade, we would have been in a little bit of trouble. We would have had to use the decay. Or actually, the Fiend Hunter would have worked there, but. This is actually a really good game. Win or lose, this has actually been a pretty sweet game. Let's see. Creatures I don't go control get -1/-1. Kill that Steel Overseer. And crash with these guys. So if he doesn't leave mana open, and if I ever draw Viscera Seer, I can actually just go Anafenza into Viscera Seer and just gain infinite. Which doesn't win the game because he has Nexus, but it does keep us from dying to this Vault Scourge. Which is probably going to become a 4/4. No, another Ravager. That's annoying. And Drum. Okay. Don't care as much about the Drum. I do care about this Nexus, though. That's probably going to kill us. Spell Skite. Huh. That's actually... Well, we can use Spell Skite to counteract Arcbound Ravager, which is nice. So I'm gonna start with Anafenza here, which he could very easily kill with Arcbound Ravager with the Spell Skite on the stack. but you know that he probably has Galvanic Blast. Like I'm fairly certain that he does. And this is probably just gonna get blasted, but I'm actually okay with that. If it doesn't get blasted, then we get to bolster onto Kitchen Finks, which is nice. Although he may actually prefer to just blast. Yeah, he is gonna blast our Anafenza. That's fine. And kind of feel like we should leave like one of these guys back. Probably the Pontiff. Just hit for 4. Oh, cranial plating. Bad news for us. Oh, that's real bad. We do have decay, but plating on Nexus is actually pretty good too. And gaining 8 life is really has undone almost everything we've done, so hmm. Like I have to decay this plating, and I kind of want. I think I have to Fiend Hunter the Vault Scourge. And let's go ahead and I guess attack first here though. I really need to draw something. Because I am going to go to 5. I wish I could kill this Ravager, but the Vault Scourge will. Well, yeah, because we have to get that plating, otherwise we'll die the Nexus. If our opponent has another Galvanic Blast, we might die to that too. That Whip Flare was dirty. Okay. So sack to Ravager, and that is the business. Signal Pest. Signal Pest is a real pest. Gonna be a real pest this game. Okay. Now it's possible don't we just wait and take it, but no. Yeah, I just have to destroy this plating right now and hope that I draw something good. And I can't destroy the Nexus because it's non-land. Stipulation on Abrupt Decay. He gets to put another counter on Ravager. And we are dead in like a couple turns to that Signal Pest. We don't draw some gas. Oof. It's a reasonable draw. Sadly, we can no longer attack into this 3/3 Arcbound Ravager, though. That's really annoying. Path is a good one, though. We can path the Signal Pest. I mean, I could attack and just suicide a creature, but it just doesn't seem worth it when we have stuff like Court of Calling in our deck. I don't even know what we would Court for if I drew it. Like, Collected Company, I think, is our best draw because we need more than like one creature to get the job done. Man. Alright, we need our opponent to stop drawing flying creatures. Well, we are... So, let's see, if I don't path this, I have to path this, I think, even though we're now just dead to that Vault Scourge next turn. Barring a good draw from us. Like a Collected Company, for example. Because he can equip Ghost Fireblade to this, and then sack Arcbound to put counters on it, and I have to pay 2 life to redirect that to Spellskite, and I just die to the Vault Scourge anyway. So we must draw something good here. Whew! Wow, and we did draw Collected Company. Now, I guess the question is, do I bother to do I cast it now? Huh. I think I actually wait. I think I just wait and try to get him with it. So what is this? Whip Flare? Oh no. Oh, it costs 3 to equip Ghost Fireblade because this is not a colorless creature. Interesting. I missed that. All right. All right. Here we go. Collected Company. Let's do it. Oh, Wallow Roots and 2 Chords and 3 lands. I don't think that's going to get the job done. We'll see if our opponent makes the Arcbound play. Yep. Yep, so we can redirect it. Either way, yeah. Yeah, either way we're dead. So, oh well. And we ended up losing a tight one to Affinity. That removal spells killed us, so oh well. Always next time. Let's see what we would have drawn. A couple lands, cord. Well, at least we did. I mean, we actually drew pretty well. We drew Path into Collected Company. We just needed to not brick on our Collected Company. Either hit a bird to block, or something to gain life with, or if we hit a Eternal Witness, we could have gotten back Path, or if we hit a Scavenging Ooze, we could have gained a life. There are a number of things we could have hit there, but oh well. Anyway, we are 1-2, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, we'll even get to play a last round. A lot of times, at 1-2, your last round opponent doesn't show up or whatever. So, hopefully, we get to play, and you'll stick around and watch that.